Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video we're going to work on our Let's Colour, and the winner of this month's vote was the new Hanna Karlzon book. This is Welcome to the Witch's Cottage, and I'm working on this page here. Not gonna lie, because it is a buddy colour, so two birds, one stone for me. This is my buddy page with Debbie from Colour Me Stress Free. So I promised Debbie I am on with it, and I'm just going to pop some paper in behind it, and yeah, we're away. So I'm going to be using Polychromos pencils for the image itself, and then not a surprise really, but I think for the background I'm going to do some gel crayons. So we'll see how far we get. It's usually a two-parter, so we'll make a start. I'm just going to bring you in a little bit, and let's see. So we've got a few repeating flowers, so I'll just do one of each, and then you just repeat the same thing for the others. I'm going to go with pink and orange for my flowers, and I've got some brown for the twigs, and I think probably the vine work. I've got some green just in case I change my mind, and then our little bug in the middle, probably a mixture of those things because I haven't decided yet. So we have this guy here we'll start with. I'm going to make him my oranges. I'm going to pull those out. We're going to sharpen a couple of those because I forgot. So like I said, Polychromos, and I've pulled let's see, already going to get rid of that one. I've got dark cadmium orange 115, cadmium orange 111, and beige red 132. They're the three I've gone with. So you want a really dark orange, just a medium orange, and then something really pale, bit of a peachy tone. So anything in whatever you have, doesn't matter what pencils, your colours don't have to be exactly the same sort of thing. These are oil based, so they're firmer leads, and you layer them up that little bit more, but that's the only real difference to these two if you were using wax for your page. So as always guys, use whatever you need, whatever you prefer. I've got some new lights today and a new camera arm, hence the smoother movement, but I'm not totally sure on how brilliant the light setup I've got is, because it's well, it's night time, so I'm just hoping that it will be smooth for you guys. We will soon see, I suppose, when we upload. So if not today, then I apologise. I will work my lighting out as I go. Sometimes it just takes a couple of videos to get them just right. So I'm just starting with that darker orange, the dark cadmium orange 115, and just putting that a few layers down along the inside, and as always just fading that off into nothing, so the next colour will go over without a harsh transition line. Not really going for realism with these, just a bit of a fun page. Always darker in the base and then fading off. I'll probably just do a few parts of each piece because, well, after that it gets a bit boring, doesn't it? It's all the same after that. So you're just working those petals in. The Rita Berman came very high on the vote as well, so I'm working on a speed colour for that one. Okay, so that's what I'll do, just those few for now. We're then going to move into the cadmium orange 111, so just more of a medium true orange, and I'm just going to work that up over the original and bring that down, and then again just fade that off into nothing. Little circles to blend. Okay, same for this one. And then we're going to take that last shade that I've got, the beige red 132. I know they have changed some of their Polychromos, so your name might not match mine, but the number would be the same. If you are using those, it would be 132, so don't be too off put if yours has a different colour name. Again, I'm just working that over the top and then extending that out very lightly now to the edge. So that's the petals. For my central core, I think we'll go with the dark orange, that dark cadmium orange 115 along the bottom edge. Just work that depth in along the bottom. Bit darker on underneath these like little pollen pieces, a bit like shadow underneath there. Again, fading that off into nothing. And then that cadmium orange. Work those two together. Hope you guys can see. Shall we? Let's do this. Let's come in a little bit further. I'm just going to relock that. I think you'll be able to see a bit better, hopefully. Soon see. Right, again, I'm just going to run that darker colour just in underneath these, just for shadow. And then that last colour, that beige red. just a bit more of that cadmium orange just where that blends meet in. Just smooth that out, fade that in. And I think I will take that terracotta colour, the one I discarded, the 186, in along the bottom, just to darken that orange a little bit, just to add a more neutral. So you just want, well, essentially a terracotta kind of colour, so a dark orange that's got a little bit more of a brown tone to it. Okay, so let's see now, we'll just smooth out a couple of these petals where they're meeting. I think the issue is as my page moves it loses its focus. Things you do. Okay, so for these, whatever these are going to be, no idea, but I'm going to use that terracotta in along the bottom of them. And then that dark cadmium orange, over that. And then finish that off with the cadmium orange. So they're just a little bit darker than the rest. I'd be inclined to maybe white out these little dots, and I might even white ring these pollen pieces with gel pen later. That might look quite nice. So you would rinse and repeat that for the rest of that flower. And of course there are, let me see, there's another one down here, so I would do the same exact thing for that. Then we have a couple of this design here. I'm not sure how this is going to go. I can't decide yet whether we were all going to have to add another flower colour in, because if these are orange and those are pink, that is pink. That is pink. No, we might get away with we might get away with two. We will see. So we've got this one next. I'm going to do it in pinks. I've got a few pinks pulled here. I've got alizarin crimson 226, salmon 130, and rose carmine 124. Give those a little sharpen. And for this guy, same again. I'm going to make the centre a bit darker than the rest, I think. So I'm going to go with that alizarin crimson 226. Pop that in around the bottom half of this, probably in the middle, fading it out. For it to transition to the next. Right, Right, so bear with me. We continue on with that. We then move into that rose carmine 124. Okay, so back to that darker colour, the alizarin crimson 226, and for our petals, I think essentially what we'll do is the same thing, just a darker start, fading that out, almost to nothing. And I'm ignoring the white, those spots, because again I'm going to white those out with a white gel pen so I don't have to mess colouring around them. Just fade that off into nothing. And for these side pieces, I'd pop the darker in the sides. Again, fade that to nothing for the transition. And then with that mid pink, that rose carmine 124, I'm going to bring that out a little bit further and fade that again. And then taking our paler pink, this salmon, so maybe a bit of a pinky orange, 130, and again I'm going over the top and bringing that a little bit further out, very lightly. And fade that into a very pale flower edge. I'm going to pop this in the middle in here. And the same thing again, just pop that over the top. Fade that out into nothing. And I'm going to take that darker colour, that alizarin crimson, and where these little folds are, I'm just going to pop a little bit of that darker colour. Again, fade it out a little bit. Same in here. just add a little bit of texture. So that is that one, and like I said, I would white these little dots out with a white gel pen. So that would count for this flower as well, and this flower down here all in pink. So we've then got, so again I'm just working this out, we are pink. Okay. We've then got this flower here, and this one would need to be I'm gonna go with orange. We're gonna go with that. So our 4 oranges again. I'm starting with that dark cadmium orange 115. Again, this time I'm going to give it a darker centre. And fade it out that way. Just for some variety. Same again. Blend it out a little bit. Get rid of those harsh edges. And this time I'm going to jump straight to that beige red, that 132, and just blend that to the edges. And I'm going to pop a little bit of that terracotta colour, the 136, and darken up that initial middle. So again, rinse and repeat all the way around. For this middle section with that terracotta, I'm going to lay that quite a thick layer, putting a bit of pressure in there all the way around. There we go. And I'm going to take that dark cadmium orange and then I'm going to work that around the edge, and just a little bit also around the very middle. There we go. Okay, so again, just put some of that dark cadmium orange along the bottom of here and the bottom half of these, all the way around. A little bit of that terracotta just right along the bottom edges. And then I'm going to pop some of that cadmium orange all the way around, a little bit in that centre. And that would be the same thing, rinse and repeat. And there is another one of these up here and to the left. That makes both of these orange, but we'll just have to see how that lays. So there's just 2 flowers left and they're slightly different. But essentially I would take this flower here, and let me check now what colour things would be. That will be orange, be pink. I'm going to make this orange. I'm going to take the terracotta and I'm going to do the same sort of thing again. I'm going to add a little bit into the base, fade that out. We'll do a couple. And just fade that out. I'm taking that dark cadmium orange next. I'm going to put that right over the top of that and just fade that completely away. I'd add a little bit of that dark orange just in the bottom there. And I'd then take the normal cadmium orange and I'm just working these up in layers and out, fading them into a really nice pale orange. Just let them disappear all the way away. There we go. Okay, so same for this one. And I think the second video will probably be the bug and the background, I reckon. And then we've got this beige red. Oh, hang on, let's add a little bit of orange into that middle. And then I'm going to work that beige red in and back. And over the top and across. And just building that up a little bit as we go, just to blend and smooth that in. A little bit in here, and the same thing again for this petal. Just add some layers, blend and smooth that in. And rinse and repeat for that one. For these central pieces, I think just nice and simple, dark in the base. fade that as we come out. That was the dark cadmium orange, and we'll do that into the cadmium orange. Just for a richer colour in the middle. That will be that one. And then we have one other flower that is similar but not quite the same to the others, and that is this one in the bottom right. So for symmetry, I'm going to do that one in pink. And again, I'm going to take my alizarin crimson. I'm going to work that dark colour in around here as a shadow, all the way around. I'm tempted to wipe these bubbles out. I think that might look nice. I'm mulling it over. Same again, darker at the base of this little bud, and then just feather that all the way to pale. And then we have this rose carmine. In here. And then this salmon colour, I'm just going to pop that over the top of that. Right, so for the petals, as always, the dark, the alizarin crimson, and I think this time I'd be inclined to work the other way, so I'm going to put the darker colour along the edging and just fade that out into nothing. Same again. Right, so we would then take, in fact, and as always, I think this time we'll do a darker pink base to the back of these flowers. Fade that in a little bit. Right, we then have that rose carmine. Work that over the top and bring that a little bit further in. Fade it into nothing. And then the palest colour, the salmon. just to bring that again over the top, add another layer and very lightly bring it all the way in. And once I've got that base down, I would again go in with my darker colour and just add a little bit of depth to these folds. And again, rinse and repeat. So that's all the flower types on the page. And we've then got this interesting vine working behind. I think I might do it green, because I think I might do my bugs in green, and that would then tie that in. So for these vine pieces, I'll just pick something kind of mid-sized. I've got 4 tones of green here, just to sharpen a couple of these. And I'm just, let's see, just going to very quickly check this blend. So that is 278 chrome oxide green, and yep, not that one. So then this one is 167 permanent olive green, and then this one is 168 earth green yellowish. Yeah. So I'm going to take my darkest green, that chrome oxide green. Turn you slightly for this. I'm going to pop that in along the bottom edge, nice and dark, and fade it up and out. Same here. And in here. From there we've got this permanent green olive 167. I'm going to bring that up a little bit further. And fade that out. And then with our final pale green, this earth green yellowish 168. I'm going to pop that in across the top. You can then go back in with your original dark green and darken that up as you require. And again, I would just rinse, repeat that all the way around. Darkness in the bottom edge, light up top, so like your light source is coming from above. We then have this little border around this bug. I'm going to do the little vine pieces in green. So I'm going to take my darkest colour and bring it up a little bit, and just in here and there. And then I'm going to take that mid-green, the permanent green olive, and bring that out a little bit and up a little bit. And then with that paler earth green yellowish, I'm going to finish that off. I will do that all the way around. And then I've got a little bit of brown for this wood. Just going to sharpen that as well. I've got, let's see now, I have, where are my numbers? Nougat 178, bistre 179, and light yellow ochre 183. So I'm going to start with that nougat. I'm going to pop that in along that bottom edge. Fade that out as we come up. Just drop you down. Same again. And I might just follow some of this wood grain down here and fade that out. Same, I'm going to start out, oh hang on, sorry, I'll bring you down. I'm going to start out dark from this top end. Fade that out. And again I might just pick out this bit here and fade that out. I'm then going to move into this bistre 179, bring that down from the darker colour, and from here, and from here, and bring it up a little bit as well. And then I'm going to take that light yellow ochre and just finish that off. That is pretty yellow, so I'm going to put a little bit of that bistre over the top. Just add a bit of brown to that yellow. Just take that lightly all the way up and along. Just toning down the yellow. And just really simple wood, same again, rinse and repeat all the way around. And yeah, we're gonna lift up a little bit. I'm gonna refocus and oh, maybe a little bit more still. What do we reckon? And that's kind of where we're at. A whole load of little bits for now, just to make the start. but you can see things starting to take shape and form, so I will finish the bits and pieces to that, and for part 2 we're going to tackle the little guy in the middle, and then we're going to add just a bright gel crayon background, I believe. As I say, I hope the lighting's okay. I apologise if it's not brilliant. I will try and work it out. I will see you in the next video. So in the meantime, if you enjoy these, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're enjoying the channel, please subscribe, and thank you for watching, guys.